In this Beat the Meta video, of course we have crashes because it's Sardinia Layout C, and can you go side by side? Well, the world champion decides to test it. Hello everyone, and welcome back to a Beat the Meta, and we're doing it in the Porsche 911. Why are we doing it in the Porsche? Well, 6 votes for the Porsche means it was top of the list in terms of votes. As I say, I count up votes now for the cars that you want me to do in Beat the Meta. The Porsche won. So here we go. If you're not subscribed already, please do subscribe to the channel because we're doing the Porsche. It does mean the car profile is coming soon, and make sure you check that out later on in the week. So we've got Scotty Senior there towards the right side off. We've got Real Collins on the left off as well, and we're up 2 positions already in this Beat the Meta. Now, if you are new to the channel, let me talk about Beat the Meta and what it is. So, Beat the Meta. Oh, hello, somebody off there into the barrier. Viper off there. So Beat the Meta is all about beating the meta car. The meta car being essentially the best car to pick in terms of strategy, which is the Genesis if you haven't been taking a look at the Daily Race C this week. So I picked something alternative to the Genesis and see if I can beat it, the Porsche in this case. Now, in terms of the rules, I have to race at least one A+ driver and I have to win to beat the meta. That is the goal here, and that's what we're going to try and do. And I can do this in as many races as I want until I get bored or I lose the fun, or I go off like this as we go off there trying to overtake Moose in another Porsche there, which is interesting to see as we go into the next corner and the final corner here at Sardinia Layout C in reverse. Good little track this. It's one track that I'm probably going to start using for tyre testing in terms of the car profile, so do keep an eye out for that as we see somebody else off there. Oh, it's the Dane there. It's Knudsen. Knudsen off into the barrier then as we get another spot there, and we're getting closer and closer to this M&M machine then as we go in to the right and then the left, looking to slow it down nicely in towards this braking zone then. We get the job done. Through we go then. Right behind them. We get a good run out of that corner then. In the slipstream as well. It's going to help us out massively as we go down the inside of the Porsche driver. Heading towards turn 1. Who's going to get this then? Inside or outside? That is the question. As we finally get into the 51s, we definitely need to be there as we head into turn 1 then and slow it down nicely. We get it stopped there. And we're finally up to P11 then. Happy days indeed. As we advance a lap later. Lap number 6 then. Let's look ahead what's kicking off here. Oh no, somebody else has gone there. Another Genesis gone, so up into P10. We're advancing very nicely here, mainly through other mistakes and crashes, which is good to see. And that's what to be expected. We don't like to see crashes, but they're good entertainment, and it's easy pickings for us. Oh, hello, we're having our own there. We catch it, though. Happy days, indeed. So we advance then further on. Lap 10, we come in the pits. We lead the pits, and there's no real change there. We've got the big old pack that we're racing up ahead then as we continue on now. Oh, hello, Matthew's gone. Matthew's into the barrier there. That's another position gained. How many crashes is that in this race? I want to say 5 or 6, but I really don't know. I've only had one place. Only took one driver, but we're all the way up in P9. Oh, we're overtaking another. Silent Caliber's gone then in the Cat Genesis. We advance towards the end then at lap number 20. Big old number of laps here. And we do finish in, where are we there? P8, so I can't see because of my name. Well, P8 in the Porsche in the first race. The first race is always the last to first. It's what we always do. Then we put in a quali time, and we're in a 50.974. So we're P5 at the moment. Kind of weird, actually, that we did get this time, the 50.974. That's quite a quick time, well in the top 200. And we did it within 3 laps, so I was pretty happy with that. As we head towards turn 1. It gave me some confidence that this could be quite an easy beat the meta, but we'll see how that goes. And if you look at the length of the video, we've got some racing to do here, but we defend there from Nano, who was looking to get past me there. Doesn't quite work out. We've got Mario Sonic up ahead. Silent Caliber has taken the lead then as we get to lap number 4. Silent Caliber was in the Kit Kat machine earlier on, who did bin it as we left this turn here. Mario Sonic down the inside of Luna. Slight tap between the two of them. There, Luna picking the Nissan GTR. Brave choice, I would say, because that likes to spin its wheels more than that Genesis does. As we head up the hill then, still in this fight for the lead at least. 1.3 seconds off that lead. And you can see the washout the car suffers there. Now, I will say this, the Porsche suffers massive washout. I think it's because it's an MR car. Oh, Mario's gone. Oh, another one bites the dust. So up into P4 we go. But yeah, because it's an MR car and the front lifts up more, the washout is so bad in this car when you're behind someone really close. As Luna gets it all wrong then as we leave that corner. Looking down the inside of that Nissan GTR, it's going to be 2 for 1 on this lap. Lap number 4 then. You can see the fighting up ahead as well. We're in the slipstream of them up ahead, actually, as they go defensive there. Silent Caliber versus Elias. We go down the inside of Lunar Rain, then in towards turn 1. Do we get the start? We do. We're through P3 then. Here we go. And we're in the fight for this lead. This is what I like to see. We could get it done quite quickly, but let's wait and see, because this race is definitely not over yet as Elias sorts himself out there. I always say do not go too wide into this corner. And Silent Caliber gets it wrong then into the barrier. There you go. We go down the inside. Do we get it stopped? We do. Got to leave some room on the exit, though. They are still there. Now they're going to try around the outside. We've got Luna in the GTR. It gives me a bit of a bump draft. Thank you very much for that as we go into the right-hander. Are we going to get it done? But this is more of a handling car. Oh, this was such good fun. It really was. It's why I'm showing you this race. As we continue on out, Elias has jumped ahead there, 1.8 seconds. A lot to catch up with here. Now, I want to talk about my brake belt. Actually, we'll talk about it after. I came in the pits earlier there to get out the fighting. I figured the fighting was costing me too much time. So that's why I've come in the pits. Now, brake balance-wise, I'm using +2 at the moment because it was the most stable, but also got rotated there as we get ahead of Nano. So we haven't lost out too much from the early pit stop, at least, as we see that there. Let's advance a bit further on in this race then. So let's see who else is in the pits then. As we see people coming out there. We're ahead of Silent Caliber. We've done very well here. We've got Koke up ahead, the world champion, of course. We've got Luna up ahead, who we were ahead of in the pits. And they're in the pits right now. We do stay ahead of them. So that early pit stop did help us out massively as we go into the right-hander. We've just got Elias, who was leading the race when we went in the pits. We've got Koke up ahead. So we continue on. So Elias is in the pits now. Elias has come out ahead of us here then. So we haven't gained too much on Elias. Elias has really put the foot down there as we go into turn 1. I'm down to the 51.5s, which is good pace that we need as we continue on out of there in the Porsche. They're in P2 at this moment in time. Koke did eventually pit. Elias has continued to extend that gap with the fresher tyres and a very quick car as well. And of course, Elias' skill, because you're not leading the race for no reason. And we've got Silent Caliber right behind us here. So it's all about survival at this moment in time. So I'll try a bit of a first gear turn for that last turn. And by the way, that works out very well. I really wish I'd figured this one out a bit earlier here, because as you can guess, we've got a lot of defending to do right now. As Silent Caliber is coming up behind us, then goes for that inside line. I figured I'd try and just get as far ahead as I can. Try not to fight this too much. Get a good run out the corner, hopefully, and stay behind Silent Caliber. That was the goal here. Somebody gets very close to my rear end, then Nano. Well played for avoiding my rear end there, actually. Really well played indeed. We go to the end of lap 16, then Nano looking down that inside, then in the Genesis, as we head to start lap 17. 4 to go then as we cross the line and head towards turn 1 again. I'm trying not to fight these too much, but I'm trying to maintain some form of pace as well as go into the right-hander, and they go through nicely indeed. So we stay ahead of Luna, at least in that Nissan GTR, as we continue on out of there. Lap 18, heading on to lap 19, and so we did survive for a little while, but here comes Matthew, who did overtake Luna then, heading towards turn 1. Matthew with the fastest lap as well, 51.1. I think that's one of the fastest I've seen there. Luna goes very deep there as we continue on through and continue on out of that corner. Who else is on our... Oh, Koke's on our inside line. In fact, Koke is going to try too wide up here. Now, this is a very, very, very brave move from Koke. Too wide never works here, but Koke makes it stick, makes it work. Beautiful move by Koke there. Had some big trust there in me, making sure I didn't run too wide in the wall section there. I didn't. Koke knew that. Koke did an amazing move there. Left me just enough space. Beautiful racing, Koke. Really was beautiful. And we've got the Irish driver behind Velasa as we go into the right-hander then. Can Velasa escape? So, this a moment in time. Okay, we're going on to the final lap. This is the time to defend when you really are struggling. You can see my rear tyre there. My left rear, very low on tyre wear. So, pitting lap 5, not the best idea is what I would say. As we head in towards turn 1 then, looking to slow it down, and Velasa, once again, a beautiful move here. We've seen 2 very good moves here by Koke and Velasa. As we head towards the final corner then, Luna's looking for a way round. Is it going to work? Not quite as we continue through the exit. Oh, that rear let go. Of course it did, as we're losing our position there to Luna. So coming home in P8, not too bad in the end. But the early pit stop definitely doesn't work, and that's what we had to figure out there. We did figure that out, and we move on then. So finishing way down in P8 again. So let's go to what race are we going to this time? So we start in P3 here, still on the same time. Race number 4. I tried for an hour to improve, but, and big significant here, a big significance, should I say, here. The lobby issue where speed varies on a per lobby basis is so significant. I'm going to do a video on that, so do make sure you subscribe to check it out, because it's mind-blowing. I've got some footage that shows you how mind-blowing this is. Anyway, F1 Slayers goes defensive here. Had a mistake on the last corner. Let's get into this race, and I'm going to try around the outside. I'm now using +5, I think, in terms of brake balance in this race. I did go to +5 in the end because I was suffering on 2 corners. Essentially, the corner after the fast right up here, so the second fast right, you'll see it here as we go up the hill then, and F1 Slays. Look at the washout again. The washout is horrendous. So this corner here I was struggling with. Just couldn't get enough rotation. Sometimes I was understeering a bit too much. And the last corner as well is where I was struggling. So lap number 3 coming through here. Then Metallic Calibers off. F1 Slayers go slow through that corner. We're back in the thick of the action for the race victory here in Beat the Meta, but F1 Slayers covers it off nicely. Goes a bit deep here on the left end, so we're going to go around the outside. Oh, here we go. Through we go. Brilliant racing with F1 Slayers there. Gave me loads of room, to be fair. Shout out to you for that one. As we leave that corner side by side with the Genesis, we're going to see the power of this Genesis. And as we head towards the line, the Genesis is keeping that inside line as we head towards turn 1. Oh, slight bit of contact, nothing major there as we go into here, and F1 Slayers going to keep it for now. Beautiful defense there from F1 Slayers as we leave that corner, and I'm looking to try and fight again as we go into the right. Then you can see I'm trying to use that first gear a bit more now. I can definitely use it better than I did there. Silent Calibers had an issue on that last corner, and F1 Slayers going for the race victory here on that inside line. And we're still in this fight, by the way. Half a second off here. We've got Scotty Senior coming up behind as well as we head towards turn 1. Scotty Senior is going to try and send it round the outside. Is that going to work? As we go into here, I've got to be careful. Silent Caliber there as well as we leave that corner. Doesn't work for Scott Senior. We're still in the same place for now as we continue on then to lap number 7. We're going to try a lap 7 pit stop. Leave and well, we're going to leave obviously to start lap number 8. Obviously, Tidge, your weapon as we continue on through there then. And let's advance further on. So lap number 10, we see F1 Slayers come out ahead here, quite significantly ahead as well. I was hoping for an undercut here. Not worked out at all as we leave that corner. Maybe we can get ahead of Silent Caliber. Well, we're about to find out, though. Silent Caliber just comes out of the pits. We send it down inside. What a send that is. We do go a bit deep, but Silent Caliber's even further out wide there. And we do get it stopped. And we did stay with F1 Slaves for quite a while here. Under a second, that gap then as we go into the left and in towards this braking zone. Again, I need first gear for this corner. I really do. As we get a bit of oversteer, and that's the reason why just overturning the car too much. Silent Caliber's going to go for the kill here, then go up into P2, and then look to try and chase down F1 Slayers, I imagine. You can see they're already ahead there in that Kit Kat machine as we go into that braking zone. I didn't want to fight this too much again, so it's all about falling in behind and then hoping that Silent Caliber can bring me towards F1 Slayers and hope that the Porsche then can fight at the very end of the race. Lap 18 then, you can see they've gone ahead of here. I've not kept up with them. That lap 7 pit not working out. The early stop I need to stop doing here as we've got Octane Cal behind us now. Goes a bit deep into that corner, but still with me there then as we head towards turn 1. They were going for me here. I wasn't expecting them to send it here, but they do send it and they do get it stopped here. Does Octane Cal. There's a little bit of contact between us two there. Nothing major. I'm going to shake my head here because that was my fault there. I turned a bit too much there and Cal gets the position. And unfortunately, we come home in P4 again. I say again, just not in the win, which is what we really want there. So that is the end of race. I think that was race 4, wasn't it? You see, all Genesis. You can see that is the meta car here as we jump to race number 7. We're top. We finally improved because I figured out the lobby issue and I managed to get a bit more speed there. So 0.908. A 0.8 is possible, but not much more than that. That is for sure. And it did take numerous laps in qualifying to get that 0.908. So we start in P1 then. A+ drivers are in here. Slightly weaker lobby than before, but there's still A+ drivers. So we can still be in with a bit of a fight. We advanced to lap 14 where I advanced further on. But I nearly killed myself there by going very close to the wall because apparently that's what I wanted to do in this race. To kind of risk it all as we continue on through that. Let's jump to some live reaction then. Yes. Oh, good time as well. Good race time indeed. We could definitely get like a 35 there, I think. Apologies for the cough there, but we've done it. Beat the meta. 2 A+ drivers there in P3, P4. There's another one somewhere in the lobby. I'm sure there is. But we did it. And with a really good race time as well, so I'm really happy with that. But it's time to look at the tables in Beat the Meta. What have we done and what haven't we done yet? So here are the tables for you. And you can see there, they're all first place then. So the Alpha, Aston are all done. Again, in the description is a playlist if you want to check out any of these Beat the Metas. Some of them are absolutely brilliant fun. Some of them were very frustrating. as well. But, you know, they are there. They are there for you to watch, and we have to get first place. Why are we showing first? Well, because we have some second place there. So we have to redo the Ford GT Race Car Spec 2. We have to redo the Suzuki Vision Gran Turismo and the Peugeot Vision Gran Turismo car down at the bottom there. That is going to be a bit of a killer to do, if I am brutally honest. The 10th is the best we've got. I think I may have improved it a little bit. I do try it every now and then, but you know, I've got to find the perfect race for it. Then we get to the highest votes there. So the Ferrari 458 and the Nissan GT-R GT500. Currently the most votes. Now, if you've got a car that you want to see beat the meta done, and I haven't already won it, check out the... Well, actually put it in the comments, not check out the description. Put it in the comments, and I'll add your vote to this. Each time I see a vote, I do add it up, and there we go. You can see it adding up there. We've got some votes, 2 votes there for 4 GT race cars. The new one. Same for the Mustang. Got some ones with ones, and then down at the bottom, the Aston Martin V12 Vantage GT3 is feeling unloved, along with, I believe, 7 other cars that are going to appear on the next page in just a second. And because there are 47 cars, 48 cars, I apologize, 48 cars in Group 3, my word. We're heading towards halfway at least with this, but some of these cars also not loved there, as you can see. I've only started counting the votes recently, so if you said it in the past, I do apologize, but I am now catching up with some of those vote counts. So do let me know in the comments if there's something there you particularly want to see. I will try it out. As long as it's not impossible to do, I will check it out indeed in terms of the highest votes. And that is it in terms of this video. If you did like it, do give it a like. Subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all of these Beat the Metas, the car profiles and such. They are on the channel. We try and be as unique as possible with some of this stuff, and hopefully it helps you out too. That is it for this video. A big thank you once again for all the support. We are on that journey to 40k, and it's getting ever closer with an insane special planned. 2 videos there to check out, including the last Beat the Meta and the car profile if you're unsure what they are both, or what they both are. But that is it for me. Thank you once again for watching, and I hope to see you in another video or live stream again very soon.